Welcome to Kendra's Artistic Crochet Designs. And today we are going to work on our angel and flowers lap blanket that we're making. And we're going to start in row 61. And we're going to slip stitch up the side here until we get to this chain 3. And then we're going to chain 3 and then put our square in as we've been using it. All right, and then we start out with the dark peach, and then we need to put a tan in. And then we need our sky blue. And we need 5 sky blue. We finished off with the browns last time, so I've cut that off. Cut off the last of the brown. The dark brown and the regular brown is both cut off. Alright, so there's 2, and we need 5 of these sky blues. So there's 4. And 5. Alright, now we're going to go to gold. And you're going to put gold in next. Uh-oh. So 1 gold. And then 3 yellow. So there's 1. 2. and this is 3. Alright, we're going to leave that yellow behind and bring back the gold. And now we need 3 gold. So there's 1. Two, and 3. And then we can switch over to sky blue, leaving that gold behind. And we need 1 sky blue. And then we're going to bring in our peach, our light peach. And so now we need 2 light peach. Then we're going to switch over to our dark peach. And we need 3 dark peach. So there's 1. 2. And 3. Alright, and then we're just going to go back to our light peach again. And now we need 9 light peach. So there's 1. 2. 3. 6, 7, 8, and 9. No, that should be 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and then we're going to switch over to our sky blue, and we're going to leave that peach behind right there. We need 6 sky blue, 1 tan, and 1 dark peach, and that's going to finish up this row. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Leaving the sky blue behind. We're going to put 1 tan in here. And then our dark peach here at the end. And there we go. So that is the end of row 61, and we'll be back for row 62. By the end of 61, you have 37 squares. So we'll see you for 62 next. Okay, so row 62, we are going to, we chain 1 and turn. We're going to start out with our dark peach, and we're slip stitching up to the chain 3, and then we're going to chain 3 and then put our square in that chain 3 space. Alright, and then we need our tan, and we're going to put 1 tan in, and then we need our blue, our sky blue, and we need 4 sky blue. No, we need 8 sky blue. So there's 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. I'm bringing this peach up with me. I'm going to take it with me, that light peach, on this 7th one. And then one more. And then we're going to switch over to the light peach, and we're going to put 11 light peach, but I'm going to put it in off camera, and starting here we need 11 of these light peach. So I will be back after we get those in. Okay, so we have 11 of the light peach, and I'm going to switch over to the sky blue, and we need to put I'm leaving that peach behind. We don't need it anymore in this row. We need one sky blue in here. And then we need to switch over to the gold, and we need to put 3 gold in. So there's 1. Two. And there's 3. Then we need our yellow. And we put 1 yellow in. Make sure you bring that gold with you because you're going to need it. Alright, done with the yellow. And let's go back to the gold, and we need 3 more gold. So there's 1. 2, and 3. Alright, so we're done with the gold, and now we have to go back to our blue, our sky blue, and there it is. We are needing 5 sky blue and 1 tan and 1 dark peach to finish this row off. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. And this is 5. Alright, now we need to go to the tan. Put 1 tan and 1 dark peach in. So there's 1 tan. And now we need a dark peach. Alright, and that is row 62. And we will be back for row 37 in a moment. Alright, so 63. Chain 1 and turn. And we're going to start off with our dark peach here. And then switch over to our tan. Now remember, as we do this, these rows, the amount of blocks are going down, or squares, whatever you want to call them, are going down by 1. Just like we do in our diamonds. Same thing. Alright, so now we've got our tan, and now we need the sky blue, and we need 4 of those. Alright. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, and then we need our gold. So it looks like in this row we're going to need 1 gold, 2 yellow, and 1 gold. Bring over the yellow. Oh, there it is. Like, where'd that go? So there's 1 yellow. And there's 2. Yes, and I left that yellow behind. And now we can... Oh, wait a minute. We're not done with it. Okay, I wondered. We need to bring this yellow with us. Okay, so far we've got a gold and 2 yellow, and now a gold. And then we need another yellow. And then 2 gold. Yeah, that was the last yellow. And then these 2 will be the last 2 gold. Alright, goodness. Alright, leave that behind. We have 2 gold in there, and now we need 4 sky blue. So we'll switch over to that. So there's one. Two. And then we're going to bring this light peach up. And on this third one, bring that light peach. You're going to need that after this blue. So there's 3. One more blue. Alright, so now we're going to go to our light peach. And now we need 7 light peach. So there's 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. And 7. Alright, leave that behind. Go to the sky blue. And we need 9 sky blue. And then a tan and a dark peach at the end. And that will finish off row 63. So there's 1. 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, there's 9. And then we need our 10. So 1 tan, 1 dark peach to finish off this row. And there we got it. Okay, so that is row 63 finished, and we will be back for row 64. So row 64, we'll chain 1 and turn, work our way up to our chain 3 here, and start our dark peach square. And then we need our tan. And then we're going to put our sky blue in here, and we are going to put not our 10 sky blue in next. So I will be back after those 10 sky blue and show you what to do next. Okay, so we're on this 10th blue right here that we put in. We brought up this peach. So we went over that so we can bring the peach in. All right, so we need 5 peach next. That's the light peach. And this is the last of the light peach because this finishes up the angel. So there's 2, or that's 1. This is 2. And there's 3. 4. And 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Um, all right. Then we're going back to the sky blue. We're going to leave that light peach behind. And we need to put 6 sky blue in next. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. We're going to bring up this gold in this last sky blue because we're going to need it next. Actually, I'm not going to need the gold. We're going to need the yellow. So I'm going to bring over the yellow. We will need that gold though. So we need yellow, gold, yellow right now. So 1 yellow, 1 gold, and 1 yellow. And then we're done with that yellow. Then we need 2 gold. And then we need to go to the sky blue. And we need 4 sky blue, 1 tan, and 1 deep dark peach. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we need a tan. And then a dark peach. Alright, and that is row 64. And we will be back for row 65. Okay, so I chained 1 and turned. This peach right here can be cut off because we're done with that peach. That light peach, not the dark peach. Alright, so we are going to start out with our dark peach in row 65. We just did 64. Alright. Alright, so we are going to get ready and do our square in the dark peach. And then we need our tan. And put 1 tan in next. And then switch over to our blue. And we need 4, or no, 3. We need 3 of these blues. So there's one. Two. And three. Okay, so three blues, and then we need to switch over to gold. So I'm going to bring this gold here up. And now we need gold, yellow, gold, yellow, gold. So that's the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to switch back and forth between gold and yellow in the next 5 squares. Starting out with gold. Alright, this is the second one, which is yellow. This is the third one, which is gold. And this is the fourth one, which is yellow. And then we can leave that behind in a minute. First of all, let's switch over to the gold and then leave it behind. There we go. And then here's the fifth one, which is gold. And then we need to do our sky blue. And we need 5 of these. So we'll be back after I get those 5 done. Alright, so we have 4. I need one more sky blue. Alright, and now we're going to bring back in our pink. And we're putting one pink in here. Remember this when we was doing flowers? On the other side of there's more flowers. So we're starting the flowers again. And now we're just going to do the sky blue again. And we need 7 sky blue this time. So there's 1. 2. Three, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So 1, 2, 7. All right, and then we're back in our green. All right, we're just putting 1 green here. And then we're going back to our sky blue. We're going to leave that green there. And we need 7 sky blue and a tan and a deep dark peach. So that will finish this up. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. And then we'll go to our tan. Put the tan in. And then the dark peach. Alright, and that's 65. And 65, you should be down to 33 squares. Alright, and we'll be back for 66 in a moment. Alright, so we're going to slip stitch, get up here until we start our next square, which is in dark peach. Alright, and then we need our tan. And then we need our blue. And we need 7 of these. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. And that's a 7. And then we're going to switch over to the green. And we put 1 green in. And we need to bring that green with us. And then go back to the blue. We need 5 of these sky blues next. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we need a green and 2 pinks. Hang on a second. We don't need that green again. We can leave that green behind. Now let's put the 2 pink in. And then we need 5 sky blue. So there's 2. 3, 4, and then this is 5. All right, now we need yellow, gold, yellow, gold in the next 4. So we're starting out with yellow this time. So that means we need to bring up that gold with us when we pull this yellow in. So we have the gold in there now. So yellow, gold, and then another yellow gold. So that yellow can stay behind. And now we'll bring back this gold and put the gold in here. And then we need 3 sky blue. So finish this off with 3 sky blue, a tan, and a dark peach. And then we'll be back for row 67. All right, so 67. Alright, so now we'll start off with the dark peach and go to the tan. And we need to put 1 tan in. And then we need the sky blue. So there's 1. 2, and 3 sky blue. Alright, and then we need gold, yellow, gold. done, bring back the gold. And then we got to go to the sky blue. Alright, and so we need 4 sky blue next. So there's 1. 2. 3. And 4. Alright, now we are going to need green. We need 2 green. So there's 1. 2. And then 1 pink. Alright, and back to our green. We need a green next. And then we need a sky blue. Let's bring that green with us. We need that green. We're not done with the green yet. All right, now we need 2 green. So there's 1 and 2. All right, and then we're going back to our sky blue. And we need 3 sky blue next, but we need to bring this green with us. So there's 1. Two, and 3. All right, and then we're just going to bring this green back in. And then we're just going to put 1 green here. Now we're going to leave it behind. And now we're going back to our sky blue. And we're going to, we need 6 sky blue and a tan and a dark beach. And that is going to finish up this row. So there's 3. 4. 5. And 6. And then we go to our tan, put a tan in, and then the dark peach. All right, and there's 67 rows. We'll be back for row 68 in a moment. Okay, so I am going to start 68 with the dark peach. And then switch over to the tan. And then we need to switch over to our sky blue, and we need to put 6 sky blue in. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. And 6. Alright, and then we're going to switch over to green. And then we need 1 green here. And then back to sky blue. We need 1 sky blue. Okay, and then back to the green. And this time we're going to put 4 green in. So there's 1. 2. 3. and 4. And then we need another blue. And then we're going back to the green. And we're going to put 4 green in again. So there's one. I cut off that pink because we are done with that pink for now. We're bringing it in the next couple of rows, I think, back, but it's in a different spot. So I just cut it off. And so there's 2. 3. And 4. And then we're going back to the sky blue again. We need 4 sky blue, but wait a minute. We are done with that green, so we are going to leave that green behind. And now we're going to put 4 sky blue in. So there's 1. 2. 3. and 4. And then we're going to switch over to the yellow. We're going to do 1 yellow, 1 gold. So that means we need to bring this gold up with us as we bring this yellow over. Leave the yellow behind. and switch over to our blue, and then you're going to put in yeah, 3 blue, a tan, and a dark peach, and we will see you at row 69. Okay, so row 69, we'll start out with the deep dark peach. And there's Miss Pumpkin. Hey, Pumpkin. Hey, Pumpkin. Hey, baby. You're such a pretty kitty. All right. So now we need to go from the dark peach to the tan. And then we need our sky blue. So we need 2 sky blue. All right. It looks like we're done with this yellow, so we'll cut this yellow out. We still have the gold to go, but we don't need that yellow now. All right. What did I say? 2 sky blue. All right, so there's 1. Two, and then we're going to switch over to our gold, and we're going to put 2 gold in. All right, leaving that gold behind, we are going to go to the sky blue again, and now we need 4 sky blue. So there's 1. 2. 3. And 4. All right, then we need our green. and we need 4 green. So there is 2, 3, and 4. And then back to the sky blue. Put 1 sky blue in. And then back to the green. And now we need 6 green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then, yeah, now we just need 6 sky blue, a tan, and a dark peach. That'll finish off this row. So there's 3, 4, five, and this is 6. And then we need our tan. And our dark peach. All right, and that is row 69, and we'll be back for row 70 in a moment. All right, we're going to start with our dark peach. And then we need our tan. And then we need our sky blue. So we need 5 sky blue. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, and then we need a green. We need 3 green. So there's 1, 2, 3. And then we need our pink again. So bring that back in here. Now we're going to bring it with us. Alright, then we need the green back. And we need one green. And then we need the sky blue. We need two sky blue. Right. Yeah, two sky blue. One more. So we need the green again. This time we need two green. So there's one. And two. And then we need two pink. One. And two. Okay, and then we need to go to green again. We're leaving that pink behind because we're done with it. The next one is green. And then we need four sky blue. And we're just going to leave that green behind. So there's one. 2, 3, 4, and then we need to bring in the gold, and we only need 1 gold. Oh, wait a second. We need these on this side before we do that. We're also going to get them tangled. Alright. Alright, so the 1 gold, and going back to the sky blue, we need 2 sky blue, 1 tan, and 1 dark peach. And that'll finish off this row. And by the time that you're done with this row, you should have 28 squares. So we're down 28 squares. And then we're going to, let's see, 2 light blue, or sky blue, as I'm calling it, 1 tan, and the 1 dark peach. Alright, so we have 70 rows done. We just did 61 through 70. And we will be back next week to do 71 through 80. So I will see you next week. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and bye-bye now.